Hi everyone, welcome back to our third video. We've done some learning in the first two videos. First one went pretty well, so I just hammered that one off right away because I knew if I didn't do it, I just wasn't going to. And when I started, I knew that I'd keep going. That's how it is. The other thing that we learned in our second one was that it was way too long. So I'm trying to keep them a lot shorter because that's just better. And it's YouTube, duh, keep them shorter. But for me, apparently I like the School of Hard Knocks. So figured that one out. Delane, but when I say we, I mean me and my wife, Delane. She was actually going to be on this episode, but she is a little bit sick today. Don't worry, not with any world-changing, altering diseases. But she thinks we should also name it. I have no idea what we're going to name it, but it'll be fun. Either way, yesterday we were watching a Good Friday service, and there was a song that was being played by Hillsong. Well, the song is by Hillsong. And there's the one line that's, because of Jesus, my heart is clean. And that thought, like that line sort of just like, you're like watching something or reading something and it just like jumps out and like hits you. That one hit me. And I was thinking about it, I was like, because of Jesus, my heart is clean. And it sort of reminded me of actually John 3:16, which is probably the most overused verse in the entire world, but I'm going to read it anyways for those of you who don't know what it is, or for those of you who do, just as a refresher. So, John 3:16 says, "For this is how much God loved the world. He gave his one and only son, unique son as a gift. So now everyone who believes in him will never perish but experience everlasting life." So because of Jesus, my heart is clean. What that means is that when we do things that are wrong, when we do things that are bad, I made reference to this in one of the other videos. In the old promise, when people screwed up, when people did something wrong, there was always a sacrifice they had to make. Depending what it was that you did, this was the sacrifice you had to make. You had to make regular sacrifices for things that you did wrong, because that was the repercussion. There had to be a sacrifice that was made. The thing that I guess woke me up so much was because of Jesus, my heart is clean. It was through this sacrifice, what you were doing was you were paying what you had to pay because of the wrong that you had done. It's just like a jail sentence. You do something wrong, you go to jail for this amount of time, or you pay this fine. It was the fine that you had to pay for doing things wrong. Because we have a God that created the world that, if you believe what I believe, is in charge of everything. So we obey his rules. And when we don't obey his rules, we pay whatever the fine is. In John 3:16, talks about how God sent his only and unique son as a gift. Jesus, when he came down and when he died on the cross, he was our sacrifice. He was our sacrifice. And this, like, I know that if anyone has ever grown up in church, they've heard this a million times, please don't tune out and actually think about this. Jesus was our sacrifice. Jesus was our payment for everything that we did wrong, will do wrong, are doing wrong. Which means that when people go around saying, "Oh God, forgive us for what we've done," and this stuff, because I've seen it online a bunch, like especially with stuff going on in the world right now, he's already forgiven us. He's already paid the price for everything that we have done, are doing, and will do. Jesus made our hearts clean. And the way that we get that, the way that we get that gift is just by saying, "Jesus, okay, I'm in. Let's have a relationship. I believe you." The way that we accept this gift is just by saying, "All right, Jesus, I believe you. I believe you died on the cross. I believe you rose again. I believe that after 3 days, you walked out of a tomb. You went up to heaven and you are sitting beside God right now. And you're praying for me." Because that's what Jesus is doing. That's what it says in the Bible that Jesus is doing. That Jesus is in heaven right now praying for us. He came down. He became a person. He died for everything that we've ever done. You guys, it's Easter weekend right now, at least here in Canada. I'm assuming it's the same around the world. And Jesus already paid. He already took care of that. And he loves us. so much. So very much. And I'm actually not going to go a lot longer because I've realized that I can't go too long because I don't need to. That I just go rambling. But anybody, and I said this in the last couple of videos as well, but if you are a Christian and you've been living your life like I lived my life for most of my life, where I just felt like every time I screwed up, I had to punish myself because I had disappointed God, that's not true. Yeah, we have a set of rules that we're supposed to try and live by. And we do our best to live by them. God is not mad at you when you screw up. He knows you're going to. And he loves you anyways. Anybody who isn't a Christian, it doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter how many bad things you've done. It doesn't matter how far down that path you've gone. It doesn't matter what your past is, or even what your present is. Jesus loves you, and Jesus died for you, and Jesus cares for you very, very, very much. And so, I'm actually going to end it now. If you have any questions, whoever you are watching this, if you have any questions at all, feel free to send them to me. Either put them in the comments below or find me on Instagram. My name is the same there, John Odyck, Jonodyck. That's it. Send me a message. Ask some questions, or not. It's okay. If you like what you heard, share it. Subscribe. I'm really passionate about telling people about how much Jesus loves them. And don't worry, it won't be the exact same thing every time. But that's where we are today, and that's where I'm going to leave it. I hope you guys have an amazing Saturday. I hope tomorrow you have a fantastic Easter Sunday. Tomorrow is the day that we celebrate Jesus coming out of that grave. And that was the day that he walked out of the grave with the keys to death, because he had beaten death. And that's when he solidified that promise that he had taken care of all of this for us. And he's waiting for us in heaven, getting a place ready for us. And to go there and be with him is as simple as saying, Jesus, I give you my life, and I trust you. That's it. And then you see where the relationship goes. Have a great day, everybody.